And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Centerville High School as we bring you high school basketball on this, what is it now, a Wednesday night of high school basketball, a midweek game as the Centerville Bulldogs are hosting the Royals of Eastern Hancock High School. And we welcome you to the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. And tell you what, Josh Byrne, there's two teams out here right now that if you went back to last year and compared, you may not recognize these two squads because there are so many new faces on these two teams for a brand new season.
That's very true. Centerville comes in here losing a lot of their core, very young team, very small team to be sure. They have two returning starters from last year, so they look very different this year.
Not a lot of size, too, and of course we'll talk about that and a little bit about Eastern Hancock coming up in a couple of moments. When you lose Justin Dupree, a guy who was really a double-double guy from last year, I'm not sure how you replace him in the paint.
I agree with that. They have a tough task. They're going to have to get transition, hit a lot of their shots, and knock them down.
Now, you said something to me a little bit ago before we started that Centerville could be a pretty good shooting basketball team, and the one thing about that, I think you're right. They probably said, we're going to have to hit the perimeter shots. The other thing about it is if the shots don't fall, where do the other points come from?
I think we're going to see a lot of the points come out of Kobe Brown. He's a forward, so he'll be able to knock down some shots in the post, outside. So I look for him to be targeted a lot more. And Austin Farlow, he's a sophomore this year. He's lights out from the three.
The other thing about when you're trying to score some points and you're trying to get some easy baskets, it comes from defense. So you've seen the Bulldogs practice a little bit this year with a smaller team. Do you anticipate, are they going to press a little bit more, try to get some transition buckets off their defense?
I would agree. I saw them in practice. They work on their press defense. It looks pretty good. I would say, though, if they beat them, they're going to beat them down the post.
All right, we'll talk more about a team that's going to have a little bit of size here tonight in Eastern Hancock. And we mentioned just moments ago, you talk about a team that lost everything from last year. They're completely new, other than maybe one or two players. We're going to talk about them in just a couple of moments. Stay right there. Tri-Eastern Conference basketball coming up in just a couple of moments as we continue here on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Mendenhall's True Value in Richmond is your local source for the things you need at home or your business every day. Everything from hardware, tools, carpet cleaner rentals, window and screen repair, lawn and garden supplies, as well as hunting and fishing licenses. It's all in one place at Mendenhall's True Value Hardware, right around the corner at 125 Southwest 5th Street in Richmond. Give them a call for more information at 962-4842. Back here at Centerville High School, Troy Narogowski along with Josh Byrne. And before we get to the scouting report on Eastern Hancock, Josh, this report is going to be brought to us by Richmond Subway.
Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors for just $3.50. Monday, you can get sweet onion chicken teriyaki. Wednesday's turkey breast, and Friday's tuna. Treat yourself at Subway, 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh.
All right, here's the scouting report again brought to you by Subway Eastern Hancock. A good year last year. not maybe as good as they've had in previous years. They lose, again, virtually all of their scoring. But we already see that they've got a guy inside that I think early you're going to see Peyton Gray, who we saw also hit shots from the outside during warm-ups. He is 6'7". They have Joey Starrett, a 6'4" forward, very, very athletic, another kid that we'll watch here tonight. But again, this is kind of a mystery to all of us on both sides. We just don't know what to expect when we haven't seen him play before. Would you anticipate, again, with the lack of size for Centerville, that they're going to pound it inside a lot, at least to see if they can stop them?
I think Eastern Hancock's really going to pound the ball. It's going to be the Centerville's first true test since they really don't have a center. So it'll be interesting to see. I think they're going to go right to it immediately. Centerville's going to have to step up.
By the way, the Bulldogs have kind of owned this series over the last few years, and it's kind of surprising. Eastern Hancock has had some pretty good basketball teams under Aaron Spalding, but for whatever reason, Centerville has played well against his team. I don't know why, but apparently they've been better.
I just think it's Centerville comes in ready to play. We always play them usually at the beginning of the year, so it's usually everybody's fresh, everybody's healthy, so I think that's why it stays competitive. All
right, scouting report again brought to you by Richmond Area Subways. We'll come back, talk about the Tri-Eastern Conference. And by the way, one team that I believe the favorites by most accounts losing to Jay County last night, that's Hagerstown. We'll talk about what Josh sees in the Tri-Eastern Conference this season when we come back right here in the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Today's game is being brought to you by Tri-County Awards in Richmond. Customized awards and quality engraving services. When you come to Tri-County Awards, you'll get nothing but the best customer service. We take pride in our prompt service and easy availability. Celebrate success with a gorgeous medal, trophy, or plaque from Tri-County Awards. We've been crafting awards since 1972. Choose from a wide variety of designs and styles. We're a locally owned and family-operated business. Tri-County Awards, 1001 Southeast Street in Richmond. After the unexpected, expect us. Indiana Farm Beer Insurance of Fayette, Rush, Union, Decatur, and Shelby counties. Auto, home, life, renters, farm, crop, and business coverage. Coverage you need in a language you know. We take customer satisfaction seriously and don't take a cookie-cutter approach to your coverage. For more information, call 800-723-3276 or go to their website, in.farmbureau.com.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back them better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
Back here at Centerville High School as we get set for this non-conference matchup between Centerville and Eastern Hancock. Great to have you with us. Hard to believe the brand new season is here, but right before Thanksgiving, big matchup tonight for Centerville. And, of course, I saw the Seton coaches are here tonight. That's going to be a game you'll have coming up on Saturday over at Earlham College when the Bulldogs will take on the Seton Cardinals, and that'll be Seton's first game, and the Bulldogs will be playing game number 2. That should be a good matchup as well. All right, before we talk about any more of this one here tonight, there's a feeling out process. Tri-Eastern Conference, I think if you look across the board, and I've heard from just about everybody in our area, most of them say because of all the games that they saw last year and the players that are gone now, it is a wide-open race this year. Who do you see as the favorite? Again, Hagerstown lost last night, non-conference game. Who do you like so far? Give me your top 3 or 4 teams.
I'd say my top one I'd say is Union County. They always have a really good program there. They compete at a high level every year. Hagerstown, of course, they'll be in there. And honestly, if Centerville hits their shots, Centerville's a 3. I think Northeastern can play a role in there, but those are my top 4 there.
Okay, and I think that you would agree, though, it's very even, right? I mean, we're going to see.
Yeah.
When you go back to last year, Centerville ends up winning the Wayne County tournament, and Union County ends up winning the sectional, and most of those teams are right in that whole thing. So I guess night in and night out, kind of like football at times, you just never know.
It's a toss-up in this conference.
Yeah, and with all those, there's a lot of players that graduated that are pretty darn good players. We talked about Dupree. You talk about the big kid from Northeastern who ended up going off, I think, to DePaul or wherever he went, college-wise. So there are a lot of good players that ended up graduating last year.
Yeah.
All right, tell you what we'll do. We'll take our final break, and we'll come back, and we should be just a few moments away from the tip-off here tonight. Eastern Hancock, the Royals, coming into this campaign brand new. The Bulldogs have a couple of familiar names, but they're going to get some guys thrown in the fire immediately in this one here tonight. This has been the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Stay right there. The tip-off is coming up in just moments right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994. For over a century, Richmond Power & Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power & Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power & Light. Together we make powerful partners. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top-flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Hey, we're back here at Centerville. Troy Nargowski along with Josh Fern, and this game about ready to get started. There you see the Royals. Here's how their starting lineup will look here tonight. Skylar Schroep is a 5'9" guard, a senior wearing number 3. Brady Smith is a 6'2 forward, a junior, number 25. Joey Starrett is a 6'4 forward, a junior, number 30. Brady Stevens, a 6'3 forward, a senior, number 35. And then Peyton Gray is a 6'7 center, a senior, wearing number 43. So again, for the Royals, it's Schroep, Smith, Starrett, Stevens, and Gray. And you're going to see the Bulldogs come out with their starting lineup here in just a couple of moments. You know, Dante Torres, you talked to him. I know you talked to a couple of players, and we have those interviews on RadioTroy.com. Dalton Stevens, what did they say? And we don't have the interviews available with us right now. What did they say about this Bulldog team?
They said they're very young. They're very inexperienced for the most part. Farlow, Stevens, and Torres are really the only ones that got true varsity minutes last year. They just said, basically, if they're not hitting their shots, it's going to be an off night. But if they're hitting their shots, they think they're going to surprise a lot of teams when they come out for their height.
All right, here, let's give you the starters. Austin Farlow, a 5'8 sophomore, wearing number 3. Also, Kobe Brown is a 5'10 junior, number 14. There's Dante Torres, a 5'9 senior. He wears number 20. And also number 34 is Cleet Schilling. Schilling, a 5'11 senior. He wears number 34. And what other player am I missing here? Number 10, Dalton Stevens. Who'd I miss? You got Farlow, Stevens, Brown, Torres, and Schilling. That must be it. All right, very good. So there are your starters. Bulldogs will be in their home whites. Royals in their traveling blue, and we're ready to get this one underway. And a huge size advantage here for Eastern Hancock. So no surprise after seeing two teams warming up at the beginning of this one, and you can tell the Bulldogs already on the defensive jump. In the middle for Eastern Hancock, Joey Starrett up against Kobe Brown, and it'll be Royal basketball. Thanks for being with us. High school basketball right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Bulldogs will open up in a 1-2-2 zone, using their guard Kobe Brown at the top of that zone. So we'll see how the Eastern Hancock Royals will shoot early. Another skip pass, and the entry now to Gray. Another skip pass. They keep going over the top of that zone. As Brady Smith back out to Schroep. Here's a 3 on the way, missed by Smith. Put back, no, as Gray got the offensive rebound. Stevens also in the offensive board. And already you see the size paying dividends. And the one thing that you'll see this with the Bulldogs now, they're going to have to really pack it in. If that's going to be the case rebounding, they may have to give up a couple of threes now and then, but they're getting beat inside, and there's going to be a foul on Schilling. And we'll go to the free throw line. So Schilling picks up his first. Brady Stevens, not only is Brady 6'5", but he's a wide load.
Yeah.
You saw how he kind of came across the lane. He just kind of cleared everybody out. Second free throw.
That's one thing, though, the bigs are going to have to do is knock down their free throws.
Yeah. Just underway here at Centerville High School. Second free throw is up and good, and the Royals get on top of this one 1-0. And now you see the press. Torres in the backcourt. Farlow dribbles right to the sideline, turns it over. First turnover for the Bulldogs, and what coaches will tell you, never take that ball to the corner, because all of a sudden you have the half-court line, you have the sideline as a defender, and if you're unable to reverse it and get out of that trap, you're in trouble. And here's the other bad news, is that Farlow went down on the sideline, and they're checking him out. And you hate to think about losing your point guard, and you're only a minute and 6 seconds into the game.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure. I haven't seen Eastern Hancock play before if pressing is their style.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd have to look at Centerville and say maybe that surprised them a little bit with that full court zone trap. But I'm thinking if I'm Eastern Hancock, knowing a lot of these guys haven't played at the varsity level, I'm going to really test them early.
Yeah.
So Farlow is out, and the Bulldogs are going to have to make a change. So Nate Reed, a 5'10 junior, will check into the lineup. So, and guess what? Reed will be on that forward spot Looks a little small down there.
Yeah.
Especially against a guy that's 6'7" and Peyton Gray. We have a 3-second call turnover by Eastern Hancock. That's their first. They end up getting the big guy, Peyton Gray, in the lane.
Here again, the Royals are going with another press.
Well, now somebody's got to be in the middle. That's one thing they're missing. Somebody up back's got to come in the middle here. They do get it finally to Stevens. They break the press. Here is Torres for 3, short. Might have been a little quick on the shot. Your first time offensively for the Bulldogs here tonight. We have seen Eastern Hancock work over the top of the zone, high-low. They use their size again. They went the big fella at 6'7", Peyton Gray. And, boy, Brady Stevens did a really nice job pinning his man off. And there was really nothing that Schilling could do to get around him.
And that's going to be Schilling's second foul now.
And that's big because Schilling listed at 5'11", and he's maybe your biggest player. Free throws on the way. Nice roll. You know, this game is pretty simple at times, and when you see something, you can go high-low like that. I think we're going to see that a lot. Yeah. Centerville's going to have to make some adjustments somehow. Second one, no good. Offensive rebound. Starrett steps in, got the rebound, but then steps out of bounds, so the Royals will give it back. That'll be their second turnover. So I still think somebody's got to be in the middle from your bigs, because you're working 3-on-3 in the middle and you want to get a man advantage in that press. So now the Bulldogs for the second time on offense. 6:05 to go, 2 minutes in, still just 2-0. We haven't seen a bucket yet. Here's Torres. Again, the Bulldogs playing with that Austin Farlow who got hurt in their first possession. Hopefully we'll see him back pretty soon. Bulldogs get it to Torres. Another dangerous skip pass. Jumpers on the way short as Kobe Brown unable to come up with a bucket, and the Bulldogs 0 for 2 now. Back to the 2-3 zone. Well, when you're 6'7", 6'5", 6'4", you can pass over a shorter zone, and that's what you're seeing right now from the Royals. They can get a good look over the top of that 2-3 zone. Gray will find Schroep. We've seen Gray hit the long-range jumper. Now, the one thing about trying to skip that zone all the time is that you don't always see everybody that's sneaking around in the paint. Near turnover by Eastern Hancock. Brady Smith will inbound the basketball. And the one thing other about a zone, you got to be very patient at times. You're not always going to get the shot you want. Gray baseline jumper, good. We saw Gray hit a couple of long-range jumpers in the pregame, and the Bulldogs down 4-0. And you see right now where Eastern Hancock now sucking in on that 2-3 zone. They've really decided to pack it in, and a turnover by the Bulldogs. That'll be their second turnover. 4:40 to go. 2-3 zone once again. There's a nice steal. Bulldogs may get their first, and the layup good at the other end by Kobe Brown. Boy, certainly could have been a foul call there. They let him play through it, and the Bulldogs, for the first time this year, get on the board about halfway through. Here's a three-pointer by Starrett. It is short. Torres with the rebound. Down in numbers, going to take it himself, and a blocking foul at the other end. That foul will be called on number 3, Skylar Schroep. Schroep will pick up his first. And we head to the free throw line. Here is one of your returning players, Dante Torres, the 5'9" senior guard. Torres gets on the board, and just like that, no matter how you're playing early, it's down to a 1-point lead in a low-scoring opening quarter. Second free throw, no good. Ball almost got away from Brady Stevens. So Royals basketball, again with a 1-point lead. One thing also about the zone, there's a turnaround shot by Gray. Good. Peyton Gray, nice touch from about 15. In that zone, you really want to get your hands up. Bulldogs kind of let them down to their side. You want to give them another obstacle to pass through if possible. Here's Brown. And a whistle and a foul call. This will be number 2, I believe, on Skylar Schroep, and it is. And we will see Ian White, a 5'9" senior, check in. I was trying to see if maybe Farlow was.
Yes, Farlow's down here on the bench. It looks like he's going to be fine to come back in.
Well, that's good news for the Bulldogs. 3:34 to go. And again, we mentioned on the other end of the floor, be patient. Here's Brown off the skip pass. Entry down low. Nice shot fake, and then missing it with the left hand will be Nate Reed. And, of course, a lot of contact underneath, and so far they're going to let him play. Ball in the lane, and a takeaway. Eastern Hancock, their 3rd turnover. Bulldogs trying to get in transition, but Eastern Hancock gets back quickly. Here's Brown, another 3 short. And the rebound by Sturette. Under the 3-minute mark. Well, if I'm the Bulldogs right now, and again, here's a 3 on the way by White. That's going to be an over-the-back foul on Gray. I think I'm pretty happy with how things are going so far. Again, you're looking early. Your offense hasn't really done much so far. Your defense is hanging there against a much bigger team. I'll take down by 3 in the first quarter. In the ball game again for the Bulldogs. That's going to be Jonathan Jellison, a 6-foot junior guard. He wears number 23. Bulldogs again against that zone defense. That's going to be blocked out of bounds. Getting a hand on that one, 25, Brady Smith. Bulldogs will keep it at 2:30 to go here in this opening quarter. Off the inbound. Bulldogs trying to work it down low. Nice job. Bucket good by Kobe Brown. And we have a Eastern Hancock timeout. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Eastern Hancock leading it by 1.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
It is a 1-point ball game here at Centerville High School. That was a really, really nice play for the Bulldogs their last time to execute, get that ball in scoring position. And the one thing you've noticed already, I believe, for the Bulldogs is they're really not afraid to go up against that bigger size. Entry pass on the baseline shot, good. There he is again, and they're going to have to find Peyton Gray coming off that screen on the low baseline. 8-5.
Looks Farlow is checked back in for the Bulldogs.
And there's the good news. Farlow back in. Good ball movement to Torres. That's Farlow showing no ill effects of that earlier injury, but a bad pass. Turnover Bulldogs. That's going to be their 3rd turnover. So a long-range 3. It is good. Big-time 3 by Eastern Hancock's Brady Smith. His first points. And the lead now at 6. Skip pass near side Farlow. Here's Torres. Good ball movement on the perimeter for the Bulldogs. Of course, a lot of this depends on what you have moving down on that low baseline to try to get the attention of those wing players. That's what the Bulldogs were able to do last time and dump that ball down inside. Skip pass and a dangerous one. Here's Stevens for 3. No. Ball tip. Big fell inside once again, Brady Stevens. See, I like the patience there. Maybe not the shot at that point, but I thought the patience was very good. Eastern Hancock basketball once again. Their 3 the other way. In and out goes in. Back-to-back 3s. This one from the near side, and all of a sudden, it is a 14-5 ball game. That 3 hit by Landon O'Neill, who has checked into the ball game. So now just like that, what was a 1-point ball game as we have a foul has turned into a 9-point lead. And let's see who the foul's going to be called on. They're going to get Landon O'Neill as he picks up his first. Joey Starrett is back in. Brady Stevens will sit down. So now you start to see some different combinations on both sides. One thing about this Eastern Hancock team, that front line very big. Bulldogs are going to have to start hitting some outside shots relatively soon. We're down to 22 seconds, and there's one right there. Farlow hits the three. That'll loosen that zone up and make it expand a little bit more and perhaps open up some areas. 8 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Eastern Hancock trying to play for one. Off-balance shot is on the way. No good by Ian White. And that will do it for the opening period of play. We will head to the second on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Eastern Hancock on top of Centerville 14-8. This is Centerville basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com.
This game is brought to you by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Reality Group. You can call him at 969-3400. Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Reality Group has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on the transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, and colleagues to mention this offer when listening with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens.
All right. Josh is going to take over our play-by-play as our intern here tonight in this second quarter, and then I'm going to provide the Dick Vitale for you, okay? So it's all you, man. I think we're deciding on whose ball it is. All right, so once we got that figured out, we're ready to go.
Brown's going to knock this pass over. Farlow swings it back up top. Brown across the court pass to Farlow. Farlow dribbles in and he's fouled.
Well, the good news there is you just got Gray for number 2, and I am sure that Aaron Spalding is not happy with Gray. No need to foul that far away. First off, you have Joey Starrett behind you. If he gets by you, there's probably not a whole lot the dribble drive is going to do anyway. So a silly foul that time on Gray.
Farlow's going to take this ball. Kicks it back up top. Torres back to the top. Stevens drives. Kicks it out. Stevens for three. Good. Stevens for three.
Good ball movement again for the Bulldogs, and one thing they did is they ended up sucking that wing back in, and it opened up the wide open shot for Stevens.
Here's a zone again coming from Centerville. 3-point shot, it's on its way, but airballed. And Centerville will take over. Up court, Farlow for three. In and out. Rebound by Torres as he kicks it back up top.
I like the transition. You want to beat the big guys back, try to get that easy shot before they can get in position. So I think anytime Centerville gets a loose basketball, they're going to be out on the run.
Centerville seeming to slow the pace down here for a little bit. Cross court to Farlow. Farlow pulls up.
Well, they've had a couple just not go in for them. They're getting good looks, but they're not falling early. You talked about that early. If they can hit the shot, they're going to be okay, but right now it's not falling consistently.
Centerville back into the zone again on defense, a 2-3 zone. Good ball movement by Eastern Hancock for three, just short. Brown pushes this one up the court. Brown pulls up for three, knocks it down. We're tied at 14.
Well, Kobe showing that he can hit the ball from the outside. That's his third shot from the outside here tonight. 7 points leading the Bulldogs, and just like that, a 9-point deficit, you're tied. You got to love the three when it goes in.
And a good board there by Torres. He pushes the ball up the court. Brown again for three.
Yeah, I don't think that was a bad look. The one thing I might have done is given that guy the shot fake because he was going to go for the block, let him fly on by, and maybe get yourself established a little more with your feet. Now everybody's raining threes. You hit one and everybody wants to shoot one.
Stevens calling for the ball in the corner. I don't think they see him.
Well, okay, they throw it away. That'll be a turnover, but here's how they rectify that. When he turns and faces, first is turn and look at the basket and make that guy come to you. That forward's going to come over as well, and then send that ball to the opposite side. They did miss him the first time, but if you're going to play that ball in the paint like that, at least make that guy commit to you.
Bulldogs still in their zone. Baseline here.
So again, they're being very patient against the zone. You have to be. You can't get in a hurry until you find what you're looking for.
Another three here by Eastern Hancock, which is off.
See, they've gone cold now. They're getting anxious. They don't want to make that one extra pass. They want to shoot the basketball instead of going one more and maybe rotating it one more time. See, turn. You got to turn right there.
Stevens for three. Way off.
See, I think if you're going to get that on the high post with Nate Reed, you got to turn. Make somebody commit to you. If they don't commit to you, you got a 15-footer. No worse than a free throw.
Baseline jump shot. Good.
Well, that big guy can shoot as well as Joey Starrett. That's their third three of the ball game. Those bigs are pretty good shooting from the outside. Bulldogs are going to have to get out on the wings. That's off. See, I'm not sure he didn't use any leg on that shot. He was all upper body. See, I want their hands up more. I think Coach Beach will say the same thing. Guys, we got to get our hands up a little bit more. They're passing too easy on the top of the zone. See, that might have been a steal if your hands are up already. Always talk about active hands and keep them from your waist and up. Too wide open.
Short. Good rebound there inside. Grady Stevens going to the line for two.
You generally always know if a shot is shot from the right side and it's going to be shot long, it's either going to go off to the left or it's going to go off on the front. The guy forward on that back side has to know that that's going to be the case. I got to find that big guy and box him out. You don't have to be 6'7" to box this guy out. He's either going to go over the top of you or he's going to go through you, but very rarely is he going to be able to reach over the top if you've got good position.
Number 32, Mason Cunningham checks in for the Bulldogs.
Well, this is a little bit of size right here for Cunningham, 6'5", but he lacks experience.
Stevens knocks in the free throw.
Stevens, 3 points, all from the line. 2:56 to go.
Torres drives, dishes out. Brown's in the corner for three. No good.
Well, he hit a couple and felt that was a really good look as well. In fact, Torres give him credit for finding him open. Once Torres got in the lane, he was in no man's land.
Quick three here.
That should have been a foul right there.
No call. Down low to the big. And he missed the layup.
Well, they're going to look back and wonder how they didn't get a break there. They did get a break on the no foul call, but they should have made the layup.
Farlow for three. Knocks
there you
it
go.
down. Bulldogs cut the lead down to 1.
And the Bulldogs are going to be the ones that'll get the timeout on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Eastern Hancock leading the Bulldogs by 1.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond.
By the way, if every once in a while you see that camera shaking, there is not an earthquake here. It's we have it placed in the stands, and sometimes people are kind of walking around a little bit. It disrupts everything, Josh, everything. It's a warm one in here tonight, too, by the way.
As we come out of the timeout, the Bulldogs are down 1. Eastern Hancock dribbling up the court. Good swing pass there. Tried to take Torres down low. Back up top for 3. Good.
Well, that 3 hit once again by Skylar Schroep. That's his first 3. That is the 4th 3 of the ball game now for the Royals. Boy, another dangerous pass. I love cross-court passes, but they got to be on the mark.
Yeah.
Because somebody's going to read one of those one time on that wing, and they're going to have a freebie at the other end. See, that's not a bad look, but you got to make sure that you turn and face that defender.
Bulldogs back on defense, but
see, that's a double negative right there. Not only give up the turnover, you give up the points.
Torres up top. Brown kicks it down low, and a bad pass again.
2 in a row. The big is the inexperience is hurting him. He just isn't used to catching that ball in the high post. He really doesn't know what to do with it at the time.
Cross-court pass, pull up, short. Offensive rebound there by Torres and Cunningham.
You know, you always have to be strong with the basketball. Coaches will tell you that. Make sure that whatever you do, be strong with it. And a lot of times we're seeing right now early with Mason Cunningham, just not as strong with the basketball in that high post. And it looks like now the Bulldogs will settle for 1.
Trying to slow this game down just a little bit. Cross-court pass to Farlow.
You know, you go about 10, that's when you start making your move.
Brown drives, pulls up, too high. And Eastern Hancock's going to lose and turn the ball over.
I'll tell you what, if you give Kobe Brown one more chance, here's what he does. He doesn't stop there. He says, I'm going to take it a little stronger, because I think he believed that the middle guy was going to come get him, and he didn't. He kind of stood back on him, and that's why he threw that ball off the board as hard as he did.
4 seconds here. We're going to see a quick shot from the Bulldogs.
Oh.
Bad pass.
Yeah, bad pass, and then you give up the layup at the other end. So another double negative. That was Schroep on the basket, and the Bulldogs are going to have to make some adjustments at halftime as they turn the ball over in a very key situation at the end of the first half. We will take a timeout. Your halftime score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. It is Eastern Hancock 25 and Centerville 17. Your halftime report is coming up next right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
Are you looking for the right place to work out, a place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond.
Well, we're back here at Centerville High School, our final game right before the holiday break. And then, of course, we'll be back in Fleury coming up on Saturday. The Richmond girls will be in NCC action when they take on Muncie Central. And then, of course, on Saturday night, the Richmond boys will open up when they play what would be a very, very good Jay County team from a standpoint of their style of play is tough for everybody. Hagerstown probably saw that a little bit last night. And then, of course, the Seton Cardinals, you'll be calling that game against Centerville. You'll have more of an idea about the Bulldogs after tonight. But, you know, that Seton team, they've got some size, too, some length, and they really will scrap and fight. They love playing the county teams to kind of show that they still belong, and they've had success with Desmond Bain, of course, over the years. Last year, you go back to the season as a whole, and they didn't win as many games, but then all of a sudden they come alive in the sectional and win that sectional as well. Saturday is going to be tough for the Bulldogs, and in Earlham College is a little different place to shoot as well. Talk about what do you expect out of that matchup. And the Bulldogs, again, they can stay in this game. We've seen that already, but they can't make silly mistakes like they made tonight.
I think Beach is going to have to talk to his boys going into Saturday, really get them shaped up, not make the simple mental errors, the little things that are basic basketball. I think it's going to be a very good game with Seton. Seton's going to come out ready to play, especially since it's their first game and on a neutral site.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a very intense and exciting game.
Well, I think they played well down the stretch, too, other than the 2 really big mistakes they made. And 2 of them, again, I'm not picking on Mason Cunningham, but he's probably thrown in a situation he wasn't quite ready for in that high post. And the thing is about playing that high post, you got guys all around you. It's like chaos city. It isn't like just having a one-on-one situation or being double-teamed in the corner. You got everybody. You feel like you're being boxed in, and he made 2 crucial errors there. And then the play at the end of the half where you have a chance to at least get a shot. They don't. They turn it over, and the other team, Eastern Hancock, scores. That really can hurt. Is how you finish a half and how you begin a half, and that's not how the Bulldogs wanted to finish that first half.
They're going to have to come out of here at halftime and be ready, because I know Beach is probably in there giving them a good talk, and they're going to be ready to play, because I know every year Beach always has to give a good talk every couple half times.
Well, he's going to have to be patient, too, I think, with this team, knowing that there's not a ton of varsity experience.
Yeah.
Now, you're playing a team without a ton of varsity experience, but when you can come in at 6'7", 6'5", 6'4", and have that type of length, That's a little different than coming in with just a lot of inexperience.
Yeah.
Let's run down the first half scoring. First off for Eastern Hancock, by the way, they turned the ball over only 3 times in that first half. Skylar Schroep finished with 5. Landon O'Neill had 3. Brady Smith with 5. Joey Starrett with 3. And Peyton Gray finished with 4 in the first half. I still think that when it's all said and done, they're going to go back inside a lot more. I think you'll see more. I was really surprised in some aspects. We didn't see more high-low out of them. But it might have been an adjustment, too, by Centerville. On the other side of the ledger, Kobe Brown finished with 7. Austin Farlow had 6 points, hit a couple of big threes after getting hurt at the beginning of the game, so they're glad to have him back in running the show. Dalton Stevens with 3 points and Dante Torres with a single point. Now, you would say, obviously, Dante's going to have to pick up his game a little bit. I know they got him working at the point, but if you look back at it, he might have passed up a couple of shots, too, so they got to get him shooting.
If he gets going, he's a game changer, definitely for Centerville.
Bulldogs turned it over 8 times, though. Now,
you
can't do that. I mean, when you start getting around the 10 mark, you're in trouble because you're giving 10 extra possessions to the other team, and some of those were unforced errors, and I know that Coach Beach is thinking, you know what, I'll take an aggressive turnover, just don't literally throw it to the other team, and that happened a couple of times. So that's an area they'll have to cut down on. And Cleet Schilling, one of their big men, only 5'11", but he got in foul trouble early, so they had to play without him. So they really had to survive.
The whole second quarter without him.
Yeah, and you can't afford, when you're that small, to think, well, let's gamble and put him back in and try to buy a minute or two, because you pick up number 3, you're pretty much done for a while. So that's your first half. Bulldogs trail it 25-17. We'll come back with the second half, third quarter action from Centerville High School. Is coming up right here in Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Little Sheba's Restaurant and Zini's Place. Come join us in Richmond at 175 Fort Wayne Avenue or at our newest location in Centerville at 129 East Main Street. Grab one of our gourmet pizzas, a deluxe sandwich, steak or fresh salad, and an ice-cold beer or your favorite wine. Featuring live music every Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, plus more in our smoke-free environment. 10% discount with a valid student ID. It's better than being home. Mancino's is family-friendly, serving fresh grinders, pizza, pasta, and salads daily. They serve great food priced for family budgets. And whether it's one of their homemade grinders, salads, or pizza, there's sure to be something for everyone in your family. Our baking process may cost a little more and take more time, but the end result of freshness and flavor make the real difference in all of Mancino's award-winning products. Mancino's of Richmond. Give them a call at 966-1161 or go to their website, mancinosofrichmond.com. New Vision Sports is a training program that focuses on the training and improvement of this serious-minded athlete, including all ages and skill levels. From creating customized workout plans to providing ongoing motivation and support, New Vision strives to help you achieve your training goals. Their trainers use a variety of effective workout plans based on your specific goals. New Vision Sports, 977-5831, or go to their website, newvisionsports.com. That's New Vision Sports with a Z.
As an internet service provider, Parallax Systems offers reliable residential high-speed internet service and business service. With a fiber backbone reaching over 150 miles, we have created a multifaceted delivery system. Our dark fiber leasing has proved beneficial to public and private sectors alike. Parallax serves Wayne County and surrounding areas. Parallax Systems, when speed matters, a division of Richmond Power and Light.
The Purdue Polytechnic Institute in Richmond is part of a statewide network that offers the same technology degrees available in West Lafayette. The benefit of earning your degree at the Richmond location is that the campus is small enough to provide you with dedicated one-to-one attention while you earn your degree from Purdue University. Purdue Polytechnic of Richmond. Give them a call at 973-8228 or go to their website for more information at polytechnic.purdue.edu.
We mentioned earlier the Seton Cardinals are scouting here tonight. Josh Juergens and his staff getting a look at the Centerville Bulldogs here this evening. I'm seeing Schilling is going to start this third quarter, so that'll give the Bulldogs some of that bulk back in size. That's good news.
Yeah.
Boy, I wish he were about 6'2". He's a heck of a football player. By the way, we'll be announcing our all-area football team on Thanksgiving Day, so look for that tomorrow. Have a feeling that Schilling is on that team. So is Dante Torres. Eastern Hancock basketball to open up things here in the third. They finished with a strong second quarter. Bulldogs would love to have that inbound play back again. Here's a three on the way, no good by Schroep. Offensive rebound put back, no. Gray inside, no. Another offensive rebound put back, and the Bulldogs get beat on the size. Joey Starrett getting the bucket. He now has 5. Well, that size, you got to box him out. You got to get a body on him. When that shot goes up, push him out of there. What you see a lot of times, players, when the shot goes up, they just immediately go for the rim instead of boxing the guy out, finding your man and boxing. And I think that's hurt the game of rebounding for a lot of players. As you see the Bulldogs working the zone once again around the perimeter. Entry pass Schilling. Schilling will have to be a scoring threat. There's another turnover. 9 turnovers now by the Bulldogs. So you look at the end of the first half and the beginning of the third quarter, the Bulldogs back-to-back turnovers. If they score here, it'll be back-to-back scores. Three-pointer on the right side, rims in and out. Ball falls on the floor, and that should never happen. You got the box out that time, but got to grab the basketball. Here come Bulldogs back the other way once again. Third quarter, 6:33 to go. Here's Kobe Brown for 3, and they needed that one. So Kobe hits his second three-pointer. He now has 10. He's the lone Bulldog in double figures. And again, you see the Bulldogs really packing in that 2-3 zone. Even though Eastern Hancock has hit some outside shots, the Bulldogs are going to dare him to shoot from the outside. They do deep in the corner, and there's another bucket. Their bigs can step out. That's Brady Smith. Smith now with 7, and the Bulldogs now trail it 29-20. I have a score off there, so it's 29-20. And the Bulldogs will give it back once again, another turnover. That'll be number 10. So now 2 out of your 3 possessions in the third have resulted in turnovers. 5:46 remaining. Eastern Hancock really doing a nice job looking inside. Again, they're going to look first, see if anything is there. There's a nice entry. Nice turn to the baseline, but leaving it short on the shot. That's Brady Stevens. Here come the Bulldogs again across midcourt. Another bad pass. Able to run it down for the Bulldogs is Austin Farlow. Here's a 3 on the way by Stevens. Good. And we've got a timeout on the floor. I think the Bulldogs are going to call the timeout. Coming into the ball game will be Ryan Dickinson.
Looks like Farlow's injury is re-aggravated.
Oh, so yeah, Farlow is back out. That's not good news. Well, Dickinson is a 5'9" sophomore, a quarterback on the football team, so he's going to get a chance to get some minutes at that guard position. He'll play the number 2 guard, looks like. 5:05 remaining in the third. Bulldogs trail here by 6. Baseline shot on the way, good. Peyton Gray, nothing but net. We've seen him step out and hit that shot, so don't be surprised when he does. He has 6 points. Here's Brown the other way answering the call. So Kobe Brown doing his job now with 12. Bulldogs hanging in there, down by 6 here in the third. Boy, that's a wide open shot, and 2 wide open. Missing it, though, is Starrett. He had a great look. Here's Brown back the other way. Brown running the point now as the Bulldogs work it down on the baseline to Schilling. Well, another dangerous skip pass. There's Dante Torres back to Brown. Dante still with just 1 point so far here tonight. Here's Torres. Little floater, good. So Dante gets his first basket. He has 3. And it's 31-27. They're going to have to get Dante on the stick here tonight offensively. Entry and a quick reversal. 3 on the way, no good. Battle for the rebound off the missed shot by Schroep. It goes out of bounds, last touched by Centerville. Joey Starrett in there battling for the loose basketball, and we will have a timeout by Eastern Hancock. Royals want to talk about it. We'll take a break as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Royals lead it by 4.
At the Reed Orthopedic Center, our physicians and support team devote themselves to helping you return to a healthy and active lifestyle. Our expertise includes shoulder, elbow, foot, ankle, hand, wrist, hip, and knee injuries, as well as pain management and rehabilitation and school athletic training programs and sports medicine. We are committed to providing you with the best possible orthopedic treatment that we can. To request an appointment at the Reed Orthopedic Center, call 765-935-8905.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
We're back here at Centerville High School as the Royals get the quick timeout. Let's see if they set up a play off of the inbound. They will not, as they'll play it safe and work it to Schroep out front. Well, you got to keep an eye on Starrett, long forward on the near side. That shot goes in for Peyton Gray. He's hit 2 of those from the near side. Bulldogs have failed to come get him. He has 8. Gray at 6'7", able to step out and hit the outside shot once again. So now the Bulldogs with 3:12 to go in the third quarter. At the point, as we have seen Farlow go out again, Dalton Stevens. Here's Stevens, covered up quickly on the 3. Brown will go to Torres. Drives, try to feed it inside, regains possession. Stevens on the left wing. And another entry pass on the high-low. We've got a jump ball or a timeout by Centerville. Centerville's going to get the timeout. Dickinson diving on the floor, though Eastern Hancock said, hey, wait a minute. That didn't look like it was in his possession fully unless they wanted the jump ball. But there is a timeout on the floor. 2:45 remaining here in the third. We've got a timeout with the Royals leading it on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard by 6.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto and business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf and I approve this message.
Tonight's game brought to you by Best Western Classic of Richmond. When you're staying in the Richmond area, make sure you pick the Best Western Classic. You get the most amenities available, including indoor pool, fitness center, conference space, free buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi, and, of course, a clean, quiet, comfortable room. Best Western Classic of Richmond, 533 West Eaton Pike. Well, the Bulldogs may have caught a break. They got the timeout. They do keep possession of the basketball. 2:45 to go in the third. And they'll have to inbound very close to near court. Redante Torres now at the point. Eastern Hancock covering up well beyond the three-point line. There's a short jumper by Dickinson, no good. And the Bulldogs will retreat again on defense. So one and done off the timeout. Starrett, fadeaway jumper short. Here's Brown back the other way for the Bulldogs. And a whistle, and we have a foul. If they get Gray, that'll be his third. And it is, so that's a break. And coming back into the ball game will be Brady Stevens. Nate Reed will come in for the Bulldogs, and we still haven't seen now Austin Farlow for a while, right?
Yeah, I think he's still down there on the sidelines. I think they're still checking his leg out.
2:12 to go here in the third. Low-scoring affair here in this third period. There's Torres. Dickinson, Torres, and Brown on the perimeter. Bulldogs actually doing a nice job being patient right here, and they'll get the foul call on Eastern Hancock's Joy Starrett. That is only his first. Eastern Hancock will now come with Cole Rainbolt, a 5'10 freshman. Basically what you're doing here for Starrett is you're going to buy him a couple of minutes. He's not in foul trouble, but then give him a little bit of rest when you hold a 6-point lead here in the third quarter and make sure he's ready for the fourth. Rotation now to Torres for three. Missed it off the back of the iron. Getting the rebound, Brown might have had his shot changed by Rainbolt. And here come the Royals again. Everything pretty much in the half court right now. There's a three way short by Smith. Bulldogs will bring it across the timeline. And that's where Dickinson, Ryan getting some extended playing time here in the third. Bulldogs spreading it out against that 2-3 zone. When sometimes this can be really frustrating because you want to get up and down the floor, you want to shoot a little bit more, and you just got to learn to adapt and try to make the necessary adjustments. Brown passes up the shot back to Dickinson. Dickinson will go back to Brown. Here's a guy, Kobe Brown, who, again, leading the Bulldogs with 12. Got to get him going. 45 seconds remaining. Now, the one thing about it, now you got to make up your mind. Are you going to go for one right here, give Eastern Hancock another possession? You don't. You turn it over. 11 turnovers. See, that's not the, again, I'm being obvious here, but you got to make up your mind. We're going to go for one and run that clock down to make sure they don't get another possession, but you didn't. You forced the pass, and Coach Beach has got to be pulling out a little bit of his hair on that one because you may now finish 2 quarters now with a turnover and a possible bucket. Now the 10-second mark. Eastern Hancock will make their move. Wide open three on the way. Good. Well, I'll tell you what, Landon O'Neill's hit a couple of big threes coming off the bench, and he was left wide open as the Bulldogs unable to adjust and rotate on that side as we will head to the fourth quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. It is Eastern Hancock 36, Centerville 27. This is Centerville basketball to Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out of Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
we got this.
Back here at Centerville High School, Josh has the fourth quarter.
Kobe takes this ball, cross-court pass. It's going to be picked off by Eastern Hancock. Dangerous cross-court pass, and they're going to turn the ball over again.
Well, we've seen that numerous times tonight. It is a dangerous pass. If you don't get it on the line, too many guys can make the interception, and they did again.
Bulldogs trailing by 9, still going with the zone defense. If I was Eastern Hancock, I'd be taking it down to the post play right now. Another three, and it's going to be good by number 21, Landon O'Neill. He's hit a couple of those tonight.
He's got 3 of those, in fact, coming off the bench with 9 points. Love hitting it down low, but if you hit the outside shot, you don't need to.
Torres takes it into the lane, kicked out. Brown for 3. Brown again, connects on a three. That's 15 now for Kobe Brown.
Boy, did they need that one. You need to start to see things slip away. You got to have a big bucket. And now the Bulldogs going to go a little man-to-man, looks like.
Switching things up here in the fourth quarter, that's one thing you like to see. Give a different look.
But now you got to look for those post guys. You know you're going to have a mismatch someplace.
A deep three, and O'Neal knocks it down again.
Boy, I tell you what, you better get up in his face. That's his fourth three-pointer.
Stevens kicks it to Torres in the corner. Back up to Kobe Brown. Dickinson drives. Stop. Torres takes a baseline. Dishes it down low. Bobbled by Schilling. Schilling picks it up, and he's off. And a defensive rebound there by Eastern Hancock.
Well, you know, you look at Schilling down low. I really don't know how much of a scorer he is. But if you're going to turn, you got to find the basket first. And he really didn't. He kind of threw it up there. Got to get up in their face right now.
Good defense, shot up, and O'Neal is just on fire.
Yeah, he's unstoppable right now.
Torres back out to Stevens. Stevens takes a baseline. Bad pass. Had Brown in the corner, just couldn't hold on to it.
Well, that's 13 turnovers, and now what you see happening, Josh, is you're starting to panic a little bit. You're in the fourth quarter. You see they're hitting their shots. Their guy comes alive, hits, off the bench. You knew where he came from. You're down by 14. You start to hurry things a little bit too much. They got to still settle down. A couple of threes will get you back in it.
Here in the post, attacking Schilling. We're going to get a foul called here. It looks like on Schilling. That's going to be his third.
Well, they can buy some time here with Schilling with only 3, but they're going to need his beef inside. But Eastern Hancock's going to get a timeout. They want to talk about it as well. And I have a feeling they may pound it inside a little bit more. We'll take a break on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Eastern Hancock opening up a 14-point.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community. We're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Well, you see the Royals getting hot here in the fourth, and Bulldogs are going to have to get a stop right here and then start to make a run.
Eastern Hancock's going to inbound this ball. I expect to play down in the post, and that's exactly where it goes. And they'll get an easy bucket.
Well, that was designed. That's an easy play to make. You don't guard the inbounder, and he is wide open.
And there's a quick steal by Eastern Hancock. And a good defensive play to get back by Torres. But he's going to get called for the foul. Torres not liking that call at all.
Well, the good news is he didn't let him make the basket. But again, that's another turnover. You're talking about 14 turnovers. Another really bad pass. You know, I can tell you, and I think that Centerville will be good by the end of the year.
Yeah.
But they've got a lot of things to work on, and one of them is just taking care of the basketball. And listen, that's not a mystery, and he got a rebound, too, right there.
Smith knocked down one of the free throws. Bulldogs push it up court. Torres takes it in, kicks it back out. Stevens shoots the three. Missed. Offensive rebound there by Kobe Brown, and he puts it back up and in.
Yeah, you keep hustling after loose basketball. It pays dividends. Never give up on the play.
We have 4:53 here left, and the Bulldogs are down 15. They need a couple of stops to try to make this game closer. And there's offensive foul there on Landon O'Neal.
Well, that's the start, and they'll always tell you, take it one play at a time. So there's one. Try to get this thing to within 10, if you can, as close to that 4-minute, 3:45 mark. Now, that means you got to get down there quickly and get something off as quick as you can. Because now it becomes a psychological thing. If this thing stays at 15 much longer and you get down to about 3 minutes, you know that you're in an uphill battle.
Yeah.
You can't make any more mistakes. You got to be almost perfect down the stretch. And I haven't seen the Bulldogs do that consistently yet. So
I'm expecting Torres to try to dive and dish again.
Well, they may need him to do something, and you're going to have to create shots, and there is a turnover. See, I think they're just hurrying too much now.
Yeah.
Seve. Not a happy man right at the moment. Not laughing at him, just saying you can always tell when a head coach is not happy with his team.
EH down on the post, and Gray's going to get fouled there by Schilling. That's going to be his fourth.
See, and I think they did that out of the timeout, too, when they set up the inbound play. They're looking now, we don't need to shoot the ball from the outside. In fact, we don't even have to score again if we don't want to. But let's work inside and use our size. When you got somebody that's 6'7" against somebody that's 5'11", it is a clear-cut mismatch.
Yeah.
Now you got your free throws. You know, the other thing about Centerville is there's not a lot of size around the conference this year. So you're not going to face a lot of 6'7" guys maybe like you did last year.
Yeah. Torres runs this up the court. Back out. There's Brown. There's Torres again. Stevens. Skip past Kobe Brown. Brown finds Nate Reed down low, and his shot's blocked.
That wasn't just blocked. That was sent into the next county.
And an offensive foul there.
Eastern Hancock doesn't mind that so much, and I'll tell you why. They're going to look at the film and go, you know what, if we can pull up on that, we had a guy wide open in the corner. Next time, just make sure you don't go in as deep, because Centerville's wings didn't get out in time. They were too busy doubling off the dribble.
3:59 to play. The Bulldogs are down 16. Stevens back up to Torres. Torres dribbles. Looks down low. He's going to drive. Kicked out. Dickinson's going to pull up for three. Just short.
Over the back. Got Peyton Gray. Yeah, I'm not so sure Dante can't hit that shot. You know, a little floater in the lane light, a little teardrop action.
I think that's something they're going to have to go on and look at and film. The easy shots they're just missing tonight.
Well, they're getting good looks. That's for sure, in your own gym. Now, we'll see how they play on Saturday when they really be on the road for the first time, though, a neutral site. So that whole sight line changes and everything else, lighting, you name it.
Dickinson again for three, and he's short again on that one.
A lot of upper body, not a lot of leg in the shot. And if you're going to shoot a three standing still, you better be pretty strong in the arms and the upper body. And I imagine he will be, but he's still only a sophomore.
Yeah. And there's Brady Smith for three.
That is his second three-pointer. He has 12. Well, Bulldogs aren't going to get it done tonight, but it gives Coach Beach a lot to work with.
A good drive there by Torres, taking it in.
You know, you never want to play great in your first game because the players don't listen to you very much. They think we got it taken care of. When you lose, it's a little different story.
We're going to get a timeout here by Eastern Hancock.
Well, the Royals getting an interesting timeout at this point. 2:45 remaining here in the fourth. It's all Royals on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Are you looking for the right place to work out? A place where you have several choices and can have fun at the same time? Well, that place is right here in Richmond, Family Fitness Works. Family Fitness Works has spinning, Zumba, kickboxing, core works, kick fit, body pump, body flow, and much, much more. And don't forget, Family Fitness Works also has Richmond's most extensive free weights and Nautilus in the area. Check out their website at familyfitness.com or stop by at 213 North 3rd Street in Richmond.
Reminder, Bulldogs back in action on Saturday. We'll have a double coverage game on that one with both Seton and Centerville. Let's go back over to Josh, the final 2:45.
Inbounds here for Eastern Hancock. I expect them to try to slow things down, just go into the post the rest of the night.
Well, they're running a little flex action to try to get that post open.
An air ball there, and Kobe's just going to lose that one again out of bounds.
See, and on the other side of the bracket, if you're looking at Eastern Hancock, Brady Smith kind of forced that ball. If it's not there, you're up by as much as you are. Just get it back out, and we'll do it again.
Yeah.
And that's why he's coming out of the ball game. I would imagine Coach Spalding telling him the same thing. Don't take a bad shot right now. It's our ball, and they've got to come get it. We don't have a shot clock to worry about.
Eastern Hancock's back up top trying to set things up. Fighting. Kicks it down low, and there's Gray. An easy bucket.
Penetrate, draw the man, dump it in, let the big guy just finish it himself.
Bulldogs down 19, and they turn the ball over again, but there's going to be a foul called. Foul on Eastern Hancock.
Yeah, I got Drew White picking up his first. Well, I will be curious, again, to just really to see how the Bulldogs respond coming up on Saturday.
Torres taking it across, kicked. Brown had an open shot, turned it down.
He got away with a travel.
And there's Brown again, in and out, off the rim, but kicked out for an offensive rebound. Brown looked at the shot, passed it down in the corner to Dickinson. Back up top now, Torres. Stevens drives. Kick back out to Torres. Brown takes it in. Used the backboard, but too strong.
Yeah, his shot was adjusted. You had Gray stepping in at 6'7". He outstretched those arms. You kind of adjust in midair, and really not a bad look overall.
Good defense there from Centerville, and Eastern Hancock's going to turn the ball over.
6 times for them, and that was a kind of an ugly possession. Joey Starrett had hands of stone that time. It just... Sometimes you get it late. Now it's probably more of a focus thing, and really at this point for Eastern Hancock, knowing they've got this game wrapped up.
Back up top to Torres. Torres drives, steps, finds Kobe Brown down low, and Brown has another bucket. And we got a timeout here from Centerville.
We're going to go ahead and keep it here for this timeout. Dante doing a nice job getting the penetration. Nice game tonight by Kobe Brown. This is a full timeout. Want to remind you again, we'll have, even though tomorrow will be Thanksgiving, we'll have all the scores from tonight's boys and girls action on our sports page on radiotroy.com. And then, of course, as we said, after, well, I think everybody's pretty much off on Friday.
Yeah.
Might be a handful of games somewhere, but nothing around the area. But then a busy Saturday. If you can't be there, we'll have both the Seton and Centerville game, the Richmond boys and girls games against Muncie Central and Jay County. So we'll have coverage, I think, at Hagerstown, too. Might even be the girls tonight. They're playing Winchester, I believe. Not sure if we had Laney up there or not. She might be there for that one.
Winchester's girls are looking really strong this year.
Well, they ought to. They're all 6'3" and above. You know, when I was coaching, if I got somebody who was 5'11", I was lucky.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, these girls come out and they're 6 foot, 6'3", 6'5". You know, where are they coming from? And they're all in Winchester. You know?
Yeah.
If I had a way, my way would be an investigation.
Eastern Hancock's going to take this ball. And we're going to get a foul here on Centerville.
Well, they're going to have to bring in Javante Pamplin to get the foul because they've got how many now to give? Another 3.
Yeah.
And you're only down to a minute to go. It just won't be enough here. This is more for in the future. And I would imagine this is more for in a game that could be close late.
There's going to be a foul there on Nate Reed, it looks like.
You know, you take an opportunity when you know you're not going to win the game to work on other things now.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Seve's doing right now is if he's going to have to foul at some point. Now, Eastern Hancock, I believe, just got the timeout as well, or was that Centerville?
Either
one. We're going to call a timeout. We'll get a quick break as well as we're down the backstretch. 1 minute to go in this one. And right now, Centerville trailing 53-36 on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
There's the Centerville band as they perform here tonight. You know, I was thinking a little bit ago when we talked about all the teams in the Tri-Eastern Conference and how much turnover there is. This might be the one year that's been a long time there's been this much turnover, Richmond included, both boys and girls. So we're going to see a lot of different players. Seton might be the team with the most experience.
Yeah. Eastern Hancock pushes the ball up the court. It looks like they're just going to try to dribble the ball out, take as much time off the clock as they can.
Well, if you're Centerville, you go for steals, and again, really nothing's going to change the game for the output, but now you're just looking to play good defense.
Yeah.
If you get a steal, great. If not, time will run out. But Eastern Hancock, this will be the first time they've kind of faced that as well, that type of pressure.
Yeah. Torres is going to pick that ball up around half court. Quick pass to Dickinson. He's just off again for three.
Well, you still have one more to give. You know, one thing that big guys like, and I was watching Gray. Ball comes down here, over here, he's off on the run.
Yeah.
All you had to do is turn around and throw it to him. A lot of guys don't look up and look down floor. He was wide open. I know you want to dribble through all that, but boys, a lot of times you look up and there he is. He's wide open.
Shoots a three. And gets it and fall in.
He has some nice touch, doesn't he?
Torres drives in. Nice layup there from Dante. 10 seconds left. Bulldogs trail 55-38.
Well, you don't foul now. And then be careful. You're going to get yourself a flagrant foul. Means you don't want to get yourself tossed either. Nate Reed pick up the foul. You extend your arms like that, you're going to get in trouble. Now, if that kid is in the air, you're gone. And you're going to find yourself sitting in the next game. And the other thing is that, again, in this, use a little basketball IQ, 3 seconds left. You don't need to foul there.
No.
Just let it go, run out the time, get out of here. That's Ian White.
White hits one of two. Torres is going to dribble it across, pulls up from half court. And no good.
All right, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back and wrap it up. Your final score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Eastern Hancock 57, Centerville 38. This is Centerville Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Georgia Direct is your one-stop source for floor coverings and decorating ideas for remodeling a home, office, kitchen, or bathroom. Their showroom offers quality products from Mohawk, Shaw, Armstrong, Craft Made, and many more. They proudly offer Richmond the best quality and variety of home design solutions at competitive prices. At Georgia Direct, their goal is to deliver an outstanding customer experience from selection through installation. Georgia Direct Carpets and Cabinets, 5200 National Road East, Richmond. Finding just the right used car can be a daunting task unless you shop at Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. Hi, this is Troy Naragowski. I can guarantee you one thing. Tony's professional staff will help you every step of the way without all that pressure of buying a new car. Hey, I bought my last 2 cars from Tony's, and it has been a great experience every time. Tony's has lots of one-owner cars, SUVs, and trucks ready for you today. Tony's Car Sales, 250 National Road West in Richmond.
All right, we're going to wrap it up here tonight as the Bulldogs drop one here to Eastern Hancock, 57-38. All right, they're not going to have a whole lot of time to think about it, and the hard part about it now is, Josh, I don't know if they'll practice tomorrow being Thanksgiving. A lot of teams do bring their players in just to make sure they don't eat too much. but then you just have one day to get ready for Seton. The good news is they know what to fix.
Yeah.
The bad news is they're going to play a team that's hungry to knock off Centerville.
Yeah.
Talk about the turnovers tonight. Might be the biggest thing for me.
Centerville turned the ball over a lot tonight. I know Beach is going to be sure to go over that before Seton. And if they're going to want to beat Seton, they're going to have to go in there and not turn the ball over as much as they did tonight. They got to stop making the silly errors.
And they're not going to face the size either. That'll help.
Seton's going to be about evenly matched, maybe a little bit taller, but not as tall. Seton's athletic, Centerville's athletic, so I think it's going to be a good game.
Kobe Brown, by the way, had 16 points unofficially tonight, leading the Bulldogs. And if I'm not mistaken, the only player in double figures he was. So they'll have to find some more offense outside of Kobe Brown. And, boy, I tell you, good balanced scoring tonight for Eastern Hancock. What's that, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 15, 16 points by Gray. And also Landon O'Neill had those 4 big threes all in the second half. He finished with 14 points in tonight's game as well. So the Bulldogs open with a loss. Of course, Josh is going to get the post-game coverage for us. We'll have that posted a little bit later. And, of course, Josh will be back at Earlham College on Saturday when the Bulldogs will take on Seton Catholic. He'll be on the air at around 7:20 in that area. Tip-off time at 7:30. That's going to do it for tonight's game. Final score, Eastern Hancock 57, Centerville 38. Thanks for being with us. This has been Centerville Bulldogs basketball, the Radio Troy Digital Sports.